At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
We have 3 local spots here that we hit every time we come out. One of them is behind Terriblestown here, the other one is down here behind the Home Depot, and then we have a couple that stay up all the way up Basin Road. And so we were heading up to Basin Road after going to our other 2 spots. And as you well know where Basin Road is, it takes you all the way up to the mountain, basically. It turns into a dirt road there. Well, at the end of the dirt road, or at the end of the paved road, rather, before the dirt road actually starts, is our last camp out there that we frequent. And so we were heading up there, and as we began to turn off to go to that campsite, we looked, and there was a man about 600 yards up the road toward the mountain on the east side of the valley, waving his arms sporadically and jumping up and down. We also have a van that goes along with us because this canteen accommodates 2 drivers. It's by law, we can only have 2 drivers. So we motioned for the van to head up and find out what was going on with the individual while we were addressing the needs of the people in the camp where we were at. About 10 minutes later, the individual showed up in our van completely naked, a chain tied around his wrist, dehydrated, sunburned, delusional, didn't know what had happened. We asked him some questions, asked him his name. We were able to get his name. We asked him what happened. His story was that he didn't know how he ended up out there in the mountain. He had been there for at least 24 hours from the day before. He had gone to the local store to get ice cream the night before in his vehicle, and he didn't know how he ended up there. So the irony behind all this is that while we made the decision after hydrating him to take him down to the local sheriff's office, and we then proceeded to go into the sheriff's office, his wife of just a week and mother were both in there filing a missing report person on him. And so we believe it was an act of God, and we were just lucky to be there at the right place at the right time. I do want to say this: the Salvation Army, we do a lot, and there's a lot of organizations out there that do a lot as well. And so the community's coming together, and the availability of our canteen to not just be a building, but for us to be able to go out into the desert and into the mountains and actually rescue people, if you will. This man was not homeless. We weren't out here for that reason, yet we were still able to help an individual, and that's very cool to me.
How old was this man approximately?
He was 34 years old. And
the mother and the wife were filing missing persons report. Do you think that there was any medical or mental issues going on with him?
It's interesting you asked that. I conducted a little bit of my own interview, asked if there was mental illness and or other foul play that appeared to be involved in it, and the man appeared to be very clean-cut, very sober-minded, sound-minded, other than his issues of being in the mountain